Right.
Yeah,
welcome to the Euros on this fabulous evening of England's fantastic 4-0 win over the Ukraine.
Yes.
We've got Martin King, and today we've got Dave Cass, which is he's taking the place of Gary, who's unfortunately ill with a chest infection. So, Gary, how are you tonight, Martin?
Yeah, brand new. Yeah, fine, thanks, mate. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, it was entertaining. Very, very impressed with the England performance. Very good.
Good. And how are you tonight, Dave?
Cut out all the
I'm good, yeah. After watching that, like Martin says, you know, that was a superb performance. How can you not be happy with that at all? And good to meet you, Martin, as well, mate. It's the first time.
And you, Dave. Fellow author.
Yeah,
fellow
mate.
Author.
That's the one, isn't it? We're in the elite club now, aren't we?
Yeah. And I hope you do well with it, honestly.
Thank you, brother.
I've interviewed Dave on UK Casuals for his book Shenanigans, which is a history of QPR's football casuals and what went on the terraces. And he's sat in for Gary Harrison, and hopefully will join in more podcasts in the future.
Yeah.
So, okay, Martin, tonight, obviously a fantastic win for England, 4-0. Do have to pull you up on something. On the earlier podcast, you did say that England have started well and they're going to fizzle out. But it don't look like that, does it, Martin?
Yeah, don't believe everything I say, for fuck's sake.
Okay,
you can never trust a Chelsea fan.
So tonight, Martin, who shone for you tonight, mate? Who stuck out? Or
listen, the first 4 games, we was like, the first 3, we were negative. Well, everyone knows that. Sideways, backwards, fucking boring. Don't want to concede a goal. And against the Germans, we let the handbrake off. He let the players play with a little bit more freedom, and it showed against Germany. They were like Muller missing that chance. We was arsehole lucky. But tonight, I can't criticise anyone. We had a little spell with doing that stupid sideways, backwards. And I thought we were going to let Ukraine back in, but we never. But no, the only one who was a little bit dodgy was the goalkeeper, your mate, the Trisonos Rex, or whatever you call him, with the little arms.
Rex. Yeah. He
was a little bit wonky, wasn't he? He'd done some silly things. But other than that, I just thought the whole lot, everyone played well. And they gave Harry Kane the service. He scored twice. So, you know, it was a great all-round performance. And I really love them. But we've gone slowly, and now we've exploded. Let's carry it on against Denmark. Let's
really happy for Harry Kane, because on the earlier podcast, we've said that maybe he was struggling. The £150 million tag on his head might have been weighing him down.
Yeah.
But he scored the first goal against Germany. He seems to be cracking on now, doesn't he, Martin?
Oh, yeah, but we played to his strengths tonight. We got the ball in. You know, he was getting on the end of crosses. He looked more dangerous. He looked more mobile. The only time where he looked a bit wonky was when he made all the 3 substitutions. And they come on and we was little bit uneven and not as compact as we were before he made the substitutions. I think we lost a bit with the 3 substitutions. Personally, I would have brought Foden and Grealish on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Ukraine were tiring. Grealish can run with the ball. Foden can run with the ball. I think Mason Mount had a very poor game by his standards, from his Chelsea standards. Okay. I think he's had a long season. But no, I think that all in all, well, I'll give all of them 9 out of 10. Some 10 out of 10. But no, I was impressed with it. Very impressed.
Southgate bought, because I think that's a really good shout, Martin, about Grealish and Foden. Do you think Southgate brought those 3 people on because he just wanted to give them a bit of game time because he knew the game was won?
Yeah, probably. And a few of them was on. I mean, I know that Harry Maguire was on a yellow card and all. He was on having to watch.
It was about 3 of them, wasn't there?
It was 3
on yellow cards. I think he's preserved.
Yeah. Well, I think we looked a bit unbalanced when he made the substitutions. That's what I think. But no, I think the game coming up against Denmark, they play the English way of football, really, don't they? They're not like your tippy-tappy. They're like get up and at you, and they play similar to an English style of football. So I think that makes for a good game. I think we get through to the final, but it all depends if we play in the final.
We'll touch on the Denmark game in a bit. So I'll go over to Dave. Thank you very much for sitting in tonight, Dave.
No problem at all. What pleasure.
So who's shone tonight for you, Dave?
Oh, I'll tell you what, there's a few of them, aren't there? I mean, at the start of the game, obviously Sterling. I mean, he's run into the box from the left and the right. He gets into he jinks into the box. No one can touch him, and he's a threat straight away in their box, right? Which he did cause trouble straight away. He made the goal for Kane. He got the assist. So at the beginning, Sterling definitely a dangerous man. And then I thought Shaw played excellent with his crosses tonight as well, mate. I think, did he have 2 assists or 1 assist for the headers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, mate. And then you had Maguire. It was an all-round performance from us tonight. And I'd say every player on the pitch can hold their head up high there. No one I could turn around and say was under par whatsoever. So, yeah, I go back to the subs there, Martin, what you were saying. Yeah, I don't think it was a risk to have done that. I think they've gauged it. You could see Southgate talking with Holland on the touchline quite seriously, even after we scored the goal. Instead of celebrating like lunatic, they're like, cool, yeah, now maybe we can get these players off her on yellow cards, preserve them for the semi-final, and also give the boys a bit of a rest because, and as you say, we started off slowly in a tournament as well, right, Martin, as well, and Matty. And now we're up in it. Each game, we've turned it up for the Germans. We've turned it up even more tonight. And I reckon for the semi-final, it'll even go up another notch. So look out. I think this is ours. I think this is ours. This is the one. But in my opinion, I think if we play Spain, that's the dodgiest one. If we play Italy, we'll beat them. No bother. Spain's going to be the one to watch, I'd say.
Right,
I've always fancied Spain.
You've said that, Martin, in previous podcasts. For me, Italy are the team to beat, but you're both saying Spain.
Yeah, but I mean, they played. Normally, they start slow in all competitions, Italy, and then build up. Now they've gone the other way. They've gone off like a rocket, but this time and then fade out. But this time they've gone the other way. So maybe with a bit of luck, they might have shot their bolt and done all their best performances if we do meet them in the final. But their weak link, I watch Chelsea every week, and their weak link is that wanker Jorginho. He is fucking two-bob. He's fucking shit. And yet everyone's raving about him playing for Italy. Yet for Chelsea, he's absolutely two-bob. He's useless.
That's coming from a Chelsea fan as well. Yeah, I do like your honesty, mate. I like your honesty.
No, I am honest about football. If someone's a good player, if he was a QPR player or anyone else, I love some of your old players, Rodney Marsh, Stan Bowles. Fantastic players. But you've got to give credit. I'll talk honestly about football, Matty, I tell you. Yeah. And to me, Jorginho is the weak link in that Italian side. They're a good side, but I think they're beatable. But he's the weak link.
Definitely.
But I fancy Spain from the off. I think they're a good side and they play good football. So
yeah, they do. Yeah,
but I'd love us to win it, And I think you're right. We could go on, beat Denmark, get to the final, and beat anybody really on that form tonight. So it's interesting. So
I think if this was ever going to be a tournament, I mean, remember '96 all looked promising, didn't it? And we faltered again, and it's always the bloody Germans. We've got through them now, and if this is going to be the year, it's like the last World Cup semi-final. We blew out against Croatia, and we thought we had it in the bag.
Yeah,
this is the one where we can really lift the trophy this time. And as I say, Spain are a complete team. They're very, very fucking solid. But I think this time we've got the confidence coming through now. Look at the way we just took the piss at the end there, just passing it around. They couldn't get near us. So they got right frustrated. And like you said about Pickford flapping at the end, I think he's flapping because he wants to keep that another clean sheet. Right?
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. Yeah.
So he's shit. We've got to have that clean sheet. We're going for it again. And he's sort of like probably panicked a little bit when he didn't need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But if
you mentioned, Dave, that we wanted to keep another clean sheet. We are the only team in the tournament that we haven't conceded a goal yet. So, I mean, on the defensive side, we're looking really good. On the attacking side, with Sterling and now Harry Kane is now scored his first goal against Germany. and he got 2 tonight. I just think, you can't say England are unbeatable because that's tempting fate. But like you said, Dave, I think it's all in our hands now, mate.
Oh yeah, and even Henderson got his first goal in 51 games and all.
Yeah.
He come straight on and got the header, so his confidence is going to be sky high as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Martin, I want to come to you. You've been very critical of this pass sideways.
Don't stop. Yeah.
And backwards. What do you feel was different tonight? Do you think the fullbacks were getting more forward? Or
honestly, in the first couple of games, they never went over the halfway line, did they? Really, you know what I mean? If you're playing three centre halves and 2 wing backs, surely the wing backs are what they are, wing backs. They push on, but they weren't using them in that formation or that system. So I think we were very negative there. And what Dave was saying earlier, fancies us to win it. I fancy us to win it if we play our flair players, Foden, Mount, and Grealish. That's what we need. If you're going to win a big tournament, use your flair players. Don't be negative. You've got to, Dave. You know what I mean?
Look at Martin tonight. Grealish didn't even come on tonight, did he at all?
I was surprised at that, Dave. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
That was made for him that game. He would hold the ball up. He'd go past players. Very surprised he never come on.
Yeah, maybe he's saved him for the semi-final. Totally full battery power, like.
Good point, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, like Martin said earlier, I mean, Foden hasn't played in 2 games now, has he?
No.
Grealish did come on against the Germans, but it was quite late. So
he made the goal, didn't he? Grealish assisted for Kane, didn't he? In the last game.
Right, maybe saving Grealish, but I have to agree with you both. Tonight's game was made for Grealish to shine.
Definitely.
I agree.
I agree, but we've still done it, didn't we? Hands down, though. So
you cannot moan or say that Southgate's decisions were wrong because we've won 4-0. End of story. The 3 substitutions that come on, did you find any positives in them, Martin?
No, none at all. I think Rashford shouldn't be even in the squad, but not even coming on as a sub. He's had a piss poor season at United. We just said Foden, Grealish. Grealish is on fire at the minute. Give him the ball, he'll hold the ball up. Rashford, to me, he's just lazy. His first couple of seasons at United, he was on fire. And to me, he's a lazy bastard. He don't put any effort in. He don't track back. He don't do. He ain't for me, Rashford, not at all. And what has he been Trippier on for? I know he wants to save anyone getting sent off or who's on a yellow card or getting another yellow card. But Trippier, he didn't go over the halfway line, did he?
No.
I don't think he done anything, did he? He come on and was. I think the substitutions were very, very negative. That's the only thing I can criticise. But tonight's performance, I might be being too picky, but they were absolutely, as Dave said earlier, they were absolutely brilliant in all departments. Hold their head up high for what they've achieved tonight. But don't let it go to their heads.
No.
Thinking that this is it, we've won it.
No.
They've got to beat Denmark first.
Yeah.
And then get to the final. So,
did you find any positives in the substitutions, Dave?
The only positives I see is the fact that he's preserved the yellow cards on the players that was out there already. So he preserved them. So no one's now going to get a suspension for the semi-final. And the fact that we were 4-0 up and we was able to rest a little bit because we knew we'd won it in the bag. And
do you think, though, Dave, if they'd have scored one Ukraine, they would have got another and then come at us?
It's hard to say. I don't know. I think it's too far gone by that stage now, Martin, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
but you wouldn't want to concede a goal because we've gone all that way with clean sheets. And it'd be like, why did you go and do that? It's a bit stupid. But I think even if we'd have conceded, we'd have just been staunch enough to see us through.
Yeah.
Right,
okay. Well, the fans brilliant again tonight.
Oh yeah, excellent, man. Considering there's not supposed to be any England fans there, hardly, it's super.
They were absolutely brilliant. They've been brilliant all through this tournament.
Loud and clear again, isn't it? Loud and clear. You could hear them lovely, brilliant.
What made me laugh, if I'm going to just say quickly,
Matt and Dave, is when they took the knee at the beginning, them Ukraine players were looking at them as if saying, what the fuck's going on here? They was like puzzled, weren't they? They was thinking, what are you kneeling down for? I was pissing myself laughing. They was like, honestly, you look at the beginning, they was going, what's this all the fucking
They were looking at the English players, what are you doing? And Harry Kane took the knee and then sort of stood back up almost straight away.
Yeah.
I know.
Embarrassed. And they were booing. Yeah. The crowd were booing, weren't they, when they took the knee?
There was booing going on, definitely. Yeah. And I think we're done with that old knee business. I think we're done with it now, aren't we, a little bit, don't you think?
Did they do it at QPR last year, Dave?
I think so, yes. I think they started off by not doing it. They did, and then Sky TV had to make a massive, big deal out of it, right? Because we didn't do it, and then they started doing it again. I think, I think it's done now. At the end of this season, I've got to say, right, it's done. And there's no. Anyway, I don't want to go to that really.
No. And the other thing, what made me laugh, when that Ukraine defender went down injured, hurt his ankle or something. And the medical team come on.
Oh, the ice.
When that geezer who got injured then, he gave one of them a bottle of water and he drank out of it. Then he gave it to the referee, all this COVID, and he had a swig out.
COVID.
All this COVID, and the referee's drinking out the same bottle.
And Mason Mount went into isolation.
Brilliant.
That's what I'm saying. Mate, they make it up as they go along, don't they?
They do.
God,
There you go.
Massive hypocrisy.
I want to talk about our next opponent, which is Denmark. Good side, got a very good keeper in Schmeichel. Obviously, his dad was a very good goalkeeper, and Kasper Schmeichel seems to be a very good goalkeeper. I think the main difference we've got there is we'll be back at Wembley. So what do you think of our next opponents, Martin, in Denmark?
As I just said earlier to you and Dave, they're very simple. They play an English style of football. They're not all this tippy-tappy stuff. They play very direct. They get the ball forward quick. None of this sideways, backward shit. Get the ball forward and full steam ahead. They are very English type of football, and I think that would suit us in the semi-final. And again, we know a lot of their players from the Premiership. They know a lot of our players from playing with them week in, week out. So I think it's going to make for a good game, a good open game. As long as we go with the right attitude like we did tonight, and he picks the right team and don't be negative, I think we could beat them, quite comfortably. You know what I mean? And get to the final, maybe face. I would rather face Italy than Spain. I hope Italy beat Spain, but because I think they'd be a tougher opponent. But no, the Denmark game, I think it's made for us because they're not a fancy damn football team. They're very direct, like English style. So looks like it could be a good game, open game.
Yeah. So what do you think of our opponents in Denmark, Dave?
Well, I think I agree with Martin a lot there about them being the same sort of style as us. They won't be as easy as I don't think they're going to be an easy pushover or anything like that. But I still fancy our chances of getting an early goal like we did tonight.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be cruising. But it'll be their fans are even saying, the Danish fans are saying, in 1992 when they won it, they were absolutely underdogs. But I know I don't the old bad old days. I was banged up during that Euro 1992. Sorry, but I remember listening to it on the radio in the old cell, like, and thinking, "Cool, blimey, Denmark are doing well, weren't they?" Like, and
they won it, didn't they?
Yeah, that was unbelievable. And this is their biggest. This is their best side they've had apparently since 1992. But I'd say we're capable, definitely, of easily getting through as long as we score early and we go all at them at the beginning, like we did tonight, and the dividends paid off. Don't hold back, go for it, mate, and just go for the jugular, and you'll be there, without a doubt. Yeah. Schmeichel gets one pass. Schmeichel, just make sure we don't give him too much confidence early in the game. Schmeichel, get one back past him, and boom, I think we'll be all right.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Dave. We've got to play our best players, flair players, to combat their style. Because Foden and Grealish are made for this game against Denmark. They've got no superstars. They all work hard for one another, Denmark. You know what I mean? But again, we got a Chelsea centre half there, Christensen. He's prone to make a few silly mistakes. I've never rated him anyway. I'm very critical of him. And I think he could be the weak link for Harry Kane to give him a bit of trouble, like, you know what I mean? So
I think if we can get up the wing again like we did, Stone can get up, Shaw can get up the wing like he did today, cross it over and have someone in the box there, nut it past Michael. But, you see it happening.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
No?
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good game.
When is it? Wednesday, is it? It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's not 5 o'clock, is it? Is it 5 or 8? I don't know.
I don't know.
It'll be 8 o'clock at Wembley, won't it, I'd say?
I would have thought so, yeah.
I hope so, because I'll get back from work in time to watch it then.
Yeah. No, it'd be an interesting game. It'd be good. As you say, it'd be lovely for the country if we won it. It'd cheer everyone up, and the crowds have been brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
Can't take that away from them. Yeah. So, no, I'm looking forward to it, like everyone else. But I am critical of certain players in the England team and of other teams who play for Chelsea. Other players who play for Chelsea.
Wouldn't be Martin if you wasn't.
I don't know, Martin, I don't have that problem being a QPR fan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. That's full time for the Euro podcast, because I think I'm freezing up a bit. So there'll be more videos coming from UK Casual soon.